It is much of the same in New Jersey, where residents say that they're getting few answers, and that is why some are now turning to their neighbors for help. CBS 2's Nick Caloway live in Ridgewood with more on that. Nick.
Yeah, much of Ridgewood is still kind of a mess right now. Downed trees and power lines all over town, including here on North Monroe Street, which is closed. It has been for 2 days, and you can see why right behind me here as the tape reads, danger, high voltage. Powerful winds brought this tree down on Tuesday on top of 2 cars on West Glen Avenue in Ridgewood. Angela Olson's sons were in one of those cars. They were not hurt.
But I'm very grateful that I think they're very lucky. Someone was looking over them.
The car sat there, blocking traffic on a busy thoroughfare for 2 days. We were there as village crews finally cleared it with a chainsaw, allowing Olson to drive her son's car out safely. The other vehicle didn't fare so well. Around the corner, neighbors in disbelief they still don't have electricity. This downed tree blocking David Refkin's driveway.
You know, this is a storm that people knew was coming. We had been warned about it for about 3-4 days, so you would think that they would have been prepared. And here we are like 50 hours later. No one has even come to assess the damage.
A long stretch of North Monroe Street is still closed off because of downed trees and lines. No signs of PSE&G crews here either. The company says it prioritizes critical customers first, like hospitals and police stations. One town over in Glen Rock, Andrew Friedman is getting by on a borrowed generator. His house is one of just a handful on Delmar Avenue to lose power, even though the damage here was minimal.
This sort of feels like the forgotten block.
Friedman, who's surrounded by elderly neighbors and a family with a 1-week-old baby, is especially frustrated by the lack of communication about when his block can expect to get back to normal.
In more than 2 days now, there has not been a single PSE&G crew on the block, and calling, Twitter, emails, get no answers.
Back in Ridgewood, a silver lining. Some families who have generators, like Paul and Kelly's Ficus, offering power stations in their yard for neighbors so they can keep their devices charged up. It was a popular move, as so many have no other way to stay connected.
It's been a local hangout. we just recently moved into the neighborhood, so it's been a great way to meet people.
Tonight, PSE&G again stressing to residents that if you have not reported your power outage yet, you should go ahead and do so now. Don't just assume that your neighbors have done so. People here in Ridgewood that we've been talking to today say they are now assuming the worst, preparing for the fact that they may not get their power back until early next week. Reporting live in Ridgewood, New Jersey, Nick Caloway, CBS 2 News.
All right, it's going to be a long few days, Nick. Thank you.